tell you. Oh, poor network connection. Hopefully this is going to work. Connection available. Hello, Facebook. Hello, YouTube. How is everybody? I'm just going to adjust that so hopefully you can see everything. Hopefully I'm the right way round. Please tell me if I'm all wonky. Oh dear, I've got kids coming back from school and uni and all that, so I imagine my bandwidth is just going to go like this, so I'm going to have to be very unpopular and chuck them all off. But anyhow, for the moment, hopefully this is good. Hi Terry, hi Paula, hi Amy. Am I the right way round? Is this good? Hi Fifi, hi Gail, very nice to see you on Facebook. Hello Winterberry, hello Wendy, Lisa, hi Joe, hi Farah, Tracy. So many, lovely, lovely, lovely. I always find that Fridays actually are kind of a bit busier. I don't know, maybe we're all kind of racing towards the weekend and thinking what to do. I know, I'm going to switch off for half an hour and have a bit of bedroom beauty. So I've got a few things to share with you to focus on. I should actually just say that, I don't know if I have my organic Savannah here. Those of you who were watching on Wednesday, I talked about this really lovely Kenyan brand called Organic Savannah, who have given us a discount code of 15%, Liz Loves, and they unfortunately had a glitch on their website, so it didn't work, but it is working now, okay? So, I am just going to check. Oh, come on, you get these error messages. It says, something went wrong. Reload. No, I don't want to reload. I just want you to work, actually. Thank you very much. Right, where are we? Okay, Organic Savannah. Is it on here? Yes. 15% off with Liz Loves. And they're this lovely Kenyan brand. Check out their website. 100% of their profits go to help women's communities and children's education. They are amazing. And I was just actually planning my Kenya trip earlier. Well, I was working on it last night, actually. And I think geographically, I'm going to be able to go and visit them quite early on, which I'm really excited about. In fact, I don't know if any of you saw on my Instagram this morning, if any of you lovely Facebookers do Instagram as well, but did you see my story of the giraffe rescue? Oh my goodness. So that giraffe rescue happened on the Game Conservancy where my family have a property. And so I get sent all these little messages from all the people everybody else who lives on the Game Conservancy, because it's kind of like just a little lovely community group. And so if somebody spots an unusual bird or something's happening or somebody needs something, you know, then we're all connected. And anyway, there was this young giraffe, and I mean, looking at the size of, I think it was female, at the size of her, she was probably kind of a late teenager. So she was probably like, you know, my middle daughter, you know, that sort of age. And she got herself into real trouble because she'd wandered off from the rest of the herd into the swamp. And she was literally up to here. And you know, the giraffe legs are super, super long. She couldn't move. She was completely stuck. And, you know, she would have died. She would have, you know, a lion would have come along and, you know, eaten her, or, you know, she would have died of starvation. Anyway, luckily she was spotted. And so Kenya Wildlife Services came, and with some of the local guys, they just tied ropes around her middle and just heaved her out. It's extraordinary pictures. It's like a tug of war. And then the last shot is of her, you know, galloping off into the distance. So probably to get a major ticking off from her mother, I should think. But anyway, so that was really nice. So it just kind of took me back instantly to all the joys of Kenya and wildlife and conservation and all of that. So all of that is yet to come. So mentioned Organic Savannah. Now today we're on day 9 of our 12 days of Christmas. Those of you who've been watching regularly will know that we had 12 Instagram lives set up with enough postage time just for Christmas. And this one is another favourite beauty brand of mine. It's called Ishka. You've heard me talk about them before. Stylish seaweed. Have you ever seen a more beautifully drawn piece of seaweed? Matching my top. Oh my goodness, the effort that goes into planning. That was a bit lucky, wasn't it? This top, by the way, is one of the last ones that Carol McEwen is making before Christmas. So she's become a bit overrun. She, again, is a little secret. So she doesn't even have a website. So you can only get her, I think, through Instagram. Karen McEwen 1 is her... oh, I've got the window cleaner. Oh, that's very exciting. He's going to be excited in a minute, isn't he? Hopefully to see what I'm doing in here. He'll be going, why is this woman sat talking herself? A good mind to turn the phone round, and then we'll all see him. How about that? Anyway, back to Ishka. So Ishka is this lovely British brand, and they make everything up in the Outer Hebrides from their amazing seaweed that grows in those crystal clear waters. And they're doing these beautiful crackers for boys and for girls, which is really nice. So this is a lovely blue one here. Isn't that great? So I thought I would just share a bit of Christmas. I have not yet opened this, so I thought I'd do it live here, because we do have a Liz Loves. That's the important thing, of course, to remember. And it is 15%, 12 days of Christmas, ishka.com. And your final delivery day is the 18th of December. Let me just double check that. Ishka, where are we? Yeah, ishka.com, 15% off your first order. Hopefully that includes people who've ordered before, I don't know. Anyway, let's try it and see. So they are based in the Outer Hebrides, and as you know, I've been talking a lot about all sorts of different brands that are based up in that part of the world. Love to go and see. So when I get, you know, my ability to go and travel again, oh, a little bit of tissue. Nice lot of, we don't like the plastic, we like all this lovely sustainable cardboardy stuff. And in here, what do we have in their lovely cracker? We have, ooh, this looks nice, antioxidant marine cream. Very nice. Always like a nice cream. That looks good. And we know that seaweed is unbelievably good for the skin. Seaweed has what they call demulcent properties, which means that it's kind of moisturising, and it has, it smells good, it smells very fresh. Always do a sniff, isn't it? It's always whenever you try anything new, you go, oh, I wonder what that smells like. Yeah, good, it smells very Hebridean, I would say. It smells very clean and fresh and like crystal clear waters. Slightly sort of ozonic, maybe. Yeah, so seaweed has lots of different properties for the skin. What does this say? It just says apply to cleanse skin daily. Lovely, I love that. Really nice and simple and straightforward. What else has that got in it? Oh, it's got some nice oils. Tiny weeny writing. Gosh, you really stress me out here, don't you? Macadamia, that's a nice oil. And we've got shea butter, lovely. Shea butter, I remember being in Uganda with the shea butter harvest people. What else have we got in here? It's like opening a stocking on Christmas Day. Oh, that smells amazing. Lovely little scented, I think there's a bath salts in there. And then at the bottom, in this one, we have, oh, marine cleansing balm. Lovely. Excellent. So that all looks very nice indeed. And a little sachet of invigorating body oil. Great, so that's that one. I won't put that back together, but I might, if we've got a moment. Shall I open the blue one? See what's in this one. So these are the Ishka crackers, all 15% off. Very nice, as part of our 12 days of Christmas. So this says on it, organic seaweed skincare. So let's see, what have we got in here? I just love supporting, you know, the smaller British brands who are doing interesting things. Oh, now this looks like one of their lovely oils, invigorating body oil. I didn't know that. It says Ishka is derived from the Gaelic word for water. And it says the Hebrides has some of the cleanest waters in the world, where we hand harvest our seaweed to produce the organic ingredient for our range. Very nice. So this is peach kernel oil, by the look of it, Prunus amygdalus dulcis, which I think is sweet peach kernel oil, jojoba, and Fucus serratus extract, which is your, sounds a bit rude, doesn't it? Which is the seaweed in Latin, because of course all the inky labels are in Latin on skincare ingredients. Well, that smells good too. Very nice. So this is an invigorating body oil. And then what else do we have in this one? We have, oh nice, soya wax candle, handcrafted on the Isle of Lewis. Gorgeous. You just imagine everybody working up there. That's pretty, isn't it? Very nice. Oh wow, it's nice and strong, which is good. Small but mighty, that's what we like. Another little bath salty bag thing. And oh, some more. This is great actually. You don't have to make your own stocking up, or rather Father Christmas does not have to make a stocking. Antioxidant marine cream. You could send somebody a stocking in the post. How nice is that? And then Hebridean sea salt scrub. Oh, lovely. Lovely, lovely. You know, I like using scrubs on my hands. I don't know about you, but my hands are so dry and chapped at the moment. I'm just doing extra. All the things I do on my face, I now do on the backs of my hands. Just like, oh, please, just, you know, try and keep them soft and chapped and comfortable. And of course, lots of oil and cream around the nails and the cuticles as well. Thank you. I've had some nice comments about my makeup. Thank you, Johan. Okay, so a little secret, little preview. Those of you who are getting the newsletter a bit later on today from Isla Wellbeing will have a link to this. But I have just filmed a brand new makeup tutorial for YouTube. Yes, I have. And I filmed it here just now. And I've taken my makeup down slightly because I was wanting to show you a really fun sparkly party look. So I have just filmed it. It's currently hopefully trying to upload, but I kind of put it on pause because I didn't want to lose my connectivity. But that will be going live tomorrow. So make sure that you are checked into YouTube if you, it's so easy to do on your phone or your iPad or whatever. And head to the Isla Wellbeing channel and you can subscribe, and then all my little videos will flick in as I do them. But anyway, I just thought before Christmas it would be quite fun to do something on sparkly makeup. And I've used some of my favourite products, which you can find on the Isla Wellbeing website. And a lot of them come from Beauty Pie. I know we've talked about this before. Beauty Pie is, I think, a really genius invention. It's a bit of disruptor technology here. It was started by Marcia Kilgore, who's a friend of mine, serial beauty entrepreneur. She's a great woman. We featured her in the magazine many times. In fact, I wonder if she's this issue. No, I don't think she's this issue. I think she was the one before, wasn't she? She was our first female founder that we featured. And, oh, actually, this issue, we've got some lovely sparkle on makeup coming from the beautiful Hannah Martin. Yes. My lovely friend Hannah talking about sparkle. So yeah, I'm showing you how to do a lot of that live. Well, I was live. I mean, it's a tutorial. It's me actually doing it. And anyhow, I've used quite a lot of Beauty Pie things because we do still have the Liz Loves code. So if you've not discovered Beauty Pie, oh my goodness, it's such a bargain because you basically pay a membership each month, and it can be like £10 a month. And then you get access to so much stuff at literally cost price. Literally. I mean, I save hundreds, if not thousands of pounds over the years with Beauty Pie. It's amazing. These are actually, I've got a couple here. This is what I'm trying at the moment. It's their Superdose C, which is a skin brightener, 15% vitamin C. Looks like the Ultrient C, actually, doesn't it? The lovely gel that I take, which we've also got Liz Loves with. So that one I'm using, and also I'm using their Super Retinol hand cream. I'm finding that really good. If I'm nearly out of that, I need to order some more. Anyway, if you're interested, head over to Beauty Pie and take a look. But you can use Liz Loves all in capitals, and that gets you a month free. Basically, you take out a 3-month membership to try it, and if you put Liz Loves, you only pay for 2 of those months. You get a free month. So I think it's well worth it. But anyway, my makeup tutorial has got lots of fun things in it and just lots of different techniques. So I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, lots of chat about retinol. Yeah, I think the Beauty Pie retinol is very good. So what to say today? Lots of chat that's been going on over on Instagram and Facebook about vitamins and supplements. This was various comments have come in saying, you know, can we take different types of vitamins? What do you recommend? What are the key ones? And I think the key ones for me that I've highlighted over the last weeks, months, have been magnesium for stress and for sleep. I definitely take my magnesium. I take a good quality fish oil. I use the one from Newson Health. Because that's got my EPA and DHA particularly, and it's got some D3 in it, vitamin D, which is obviously really important, my D3. I don't particularly absorb D3 very well, so I need quite a lot. I take extra B vitamins. I've been quite stressed, so topping up my B vitamins has been really important. B vitamins are so good for the central nervous system, particularly B12. And of course, we've been talking about the chill pill with Zana Morris. That was vitamin B5. Again, it just helps with sleep, with relaxation, with anxiety. So those are some of the key things that I've been taking. And my team have actually connected with another great brand, which I have really enjoyed using. I mean, I personally have bought their products for years. Better You, you may have seen them. So Better You have got all these lovely sprays. They have just given us a Liz Loves discount, which is really nice because I do spend quite a lot of money on Better You. So it's nice to make a saving. So this is the one that I use for myself or my kids. It's their vitamin D spray. This is the 1,000 milligrams. There's also a D3 spray, which is 3,000, which I personally like. But this is the one that I give my kids. It's just a squirt under the tongue. It's so easy. You know, you don't have to kind of chase them around the kitchen with capsules and things, which my lot just don't like taking. And the other thing that I really like is the vitamin B12 spray. So I've not seen anybody do this before, but it's a B12 spray, and you just need 4 sprays daily, or you can take it with other things depending on your own requirements for vitamin B, or there is a B complete daily oral spray. So again, that is 4 sprays daily. But it's so good, isn't it? You know, if you're somebody that can't swallow capsules, or you don't like them, you're giving them to younger people or older people, just a quick spritz. You know, I keep mine in the fridge. I keep a whole rack of stuff in the fridge. You don't have to keep these in the fridge, but I just do, because I think when I go there in the morning, you know, to get my milk or my cream for my coffee, it's just like, oh, yep, great vitamins. And I think, you know, it's useful to keep them. But look at some of the other ones they do. Look, they do an iron spray. They do, this is really interesting. This one actually says it's gentle on the digestive system, so that's really good. Questions coming in about Better You. So let me just give you the code in case you want it. Okay, so Better You is 15% with Liz Loves, all in one line. Sorry, all together, Liz Loves in capitals. So yeah, that's on betteryou.com, I think. Amy, you can let me know if it's different. This is interesting. This is a turmeric spray. Now, I use turmeric a lot. You know, I use it. In fact, if you've seen my recipe recently that I put up on YouTube, that was for turmeric cheesy stars. So easy. I mean, it's a bit of a cheat. It's like you use up little scraps of cheese and you can make them into cheese straws, or I like to cut them into star shapes for Christmas, and just put a teaspoon of turmeric in your mix, in your pastry mix, and it just gives them a real lovely tang. And of course they go all golden and just crunchy as they brown. Really delicious. You can make them gluten-free if you want, with gluten-free flour. You can, you know, make them with coconut oil if you don't want to use butter. It's a very versatile recipe. In fact, I might try and pop it up on my Instagram a little bit later if you haven't seen it, but it is on Earle Wellbeing website, and I've also recorded a video of me actually doing it on YouTube, so downstairs in my kitchen, so you can check that out if you want to. But I thought that was quite interesting that they're doing a turmeric spray. So this has, yeah, what does it have in it? Xylitol, which is why it tastes slightly sweet. That's a natural sweetener, which is fine. And yeah, 95% turmeric root extract. Excellent. That is that. And then they do, as well as doing the sprays, we know that we can get a certain amount of magnesium absorbed through our skin. So I don't know if you've ever had an Epsom salt bath. Soaking in Epsom salt is such a great way to switch off at the end of the day, isn't it? I mean, I like it. Don't make it too hot, because then it kind of, the body gets overstimulated and starts to rev up again. That's not the idea. The idea is that oh, let's all just be lovely and calm. So run a bath that's not too hot. Put your essential oils in at the end, because the heat of hot water will break down your essential oils. So you want to keep them intact for as long as possible so that you really enjoy the aroma. And so I use lavender, obviously. I love the Neal's Yard lavender. I think that's great. I just throw a few drops of that in right at the end, swish it around, just inhale it. Makes me want to go and run a bath right now, actually thinking about it. And then you can put in your Epsom salts, or you can do your magnesium flakes, because these contain magnesium, which you can then soak in. And, you know, studies do show that a certain amount gets through the skin. So, you know, I think there is a good chance that we do absorb some of the magnesium that way. And they are very soothing. You know, if you have been overdoing it, been feeling stressed, maybe you've got sore, achy, tired muscles. I know I've given them to my eldest boy before, and my middle son, actually, who plays a lot of cricket and rugby. He's had really sore pulled muscles, and I've run him a nice magnesium bath, and he's said it made him feel a lot better. So this is a nice one. This is Better You again, and this one has got, says it's energizing. It's got lemon and rosemary, really nice. And this is, yeah, oh, he'd like this actually, Magnesium Muscle. That might be something to go under the tree, perhaps, for a teenage lad. This one says it's, sleep, Magnesium Sleep. That's good. So this one has got lavender and chamomile. Love that. Again, look at my colour coordination. Do you see how perfectly coordinated and well planned this all is? Actually, I've got something else to show you as well that's got a bit of purple in it, but I'll save that for just a second. So this one has a relaxing blend of the magnesium with lavender and chamomile to soothe tired and aching muscles in preparation for sleep. Yes, bring it on. Love that. And then the other one, this is just plain. This is just magnesium flakes. So if you want to add your own, perhaps you've got a bath oil or your own blend of essential oils, then this is just the pure magnesium flakes. Really nice. Love that. So also, when it comes to absorption, they've got magnesium skin. This is a body butter. Love the idea of this one too. Let's see what this one is like. So this is magnesium-rich body butter with 15% Better You magnesium oil, shea butter, coconut oil and vitamin E. Do you know, it's great, isn't it, how brands are just getting so clever as we find out more about the way ingredients work. We're just finding more people using extra things, adding in extra bit of goodness into something. So, this looks really nice and rich. Can you see? Lovely. I'm going to have the softest hands. Nice. Very simple. Doesn't really smell of too much, actually, which I like, because I think especially last thing at night, you don't want to go to bed covered in some kind of perfume that's going to keep you awake. Yeah, really nice. Oh my goodness, that's a good texture. Very good. You probably can't see how smooth that is, but it does feel very good. Oh. So I got an itchy nose. So that is the magnesium body butter. Very nice. I will definitely be using this a lot. And then last but not least, we have magnesium spray for use on joints and muscles to help support recovery and relaxation. That looks good. It says it's sensitive. So is it good for sensitive skin? Let's see. So for when we've been exerting ourselves, or perhaps just waking up. You know, sometimes you sleep awkwardly and you wake up with kind of a bit of a crick neck or a bit of a sore bit of sciatica or something. I can't get it open now, I've got sticky hands. Like that. Doesn't smell of anything at all, which is great. Very nice to aid sport recovery and relaxation. Lovely. Oh my goodness, there is more actually. Magnesium bone mineral lotion with calcium. My goodness. And oh, this is nice. Actually, I know I've got somebody in my family who love this one. Mineral lotion junior, pediatrician approved, and this is Magnesium Sleep for nighttime for children. Support your child's development with a healthy night's sleep, expertly blended with lavender and chamomile. Sleep Lotion Junior helps relax tired bodies and quieten the mind after a busy day. An essential part of any bedtime routine, simply massage into your child's legs, back or feet before bed for a calming night's sleep. Isn't that lovely? What a lovely idea. Just to kind of reconnect. I mean, bedtime, I have to say, you know, with my youngest is always the time when we have this little ritual, you know, it's teeth, bath, bed, story, lavender on the pillow, you know, lights out, all of that, you know, find the favourite toy to snuggle with. And there's something very soothing and calming about that. And I think if you can bring in little elements of well-being to encourage that good night's sleep, I'm always so pleased when I creep in the morning and have to wake him up for school. Because I think that's great. You know, you've got to bed at a sensible time, and all that time during the night you are processing stuff from the day, your brain is clearing it all out. You know, I've done so many podcasts with neurologists and sleep experts, Professor Matthew Walker recently, amazing sleep expert over in Berkeley in California. If you haven't listened to that one, please take a listen. It's really, really good. And it talks about how your brain clears stuff away, which is why uninterrupted sleep is so important. So if we can be doing these things, particularly things like the magnesium bath, the Epsom salts, the sleep sprays, bit of lavender, bit of quiet routine, bit of breathing, bit of switching off our screens, you know, all of that. It's just so good for brain and for body and for our immune system and coping with stress. And oh my goodness, I cannot believe, what is it, 10 days till Christmas? Something mad? How did that happen? I've got absolutely no idea how that happened. I mean, this year has obviously been crazy mad, but that has really really kind of caught me out, which I know it shouldn't do. It's the same time every flipping year, but there we are. Okay, so a couple of other things to mention here. I have just put something else up on YouTube. Gosh, YouTube been so lucky this week. My goodness, I've been feeding you lots and lots of lovely things. In case you didn't know, it is Vaginal Atrophy Awareness Week. Yeah, who knew? I didn't know. But some of the amazing women I follow on Instagram, particularly like Diane Danzibrink, Dr. Sarah Ball, Manchester Menopause Hive, Menopause Doctor, all that amazing crowd of incredibly super talented women. And Jane, who's the Pelvic Floor Bible, and My Menopausal Vagina, and really amazing accounts. And I can't believe I'm actually sitting here saying these words, but I recorded a podcast which is going out today. It's part of my Friday 5, and I recorded it with Diane Danzibrink. So if you'd like to hear us chat about vaginal atrophy and so much more, UTIs, cystitis, all of that, it's really, really good. So do take a listen and share that with your girlfriends. It saves having any awkward, embarrassing conversations. You can just send them a link. Go, here, I just heard this. I thought it was interesting. Might be helpful, for mums and grandmas and all that. It's a really good listen. And then I actually also, because having spoken to her, I just felt really strongly about it, that this information wasn't getting out there, and the help which should be there. It's so easy for GPs to help, and for women also to do really simple things to help themselves. So I recorded quite a frank piece for YouTube talking all about this. So I don't know whether you have... What's this? Lambie says, my 18-year-old daughter has fingers in her ears now. She says, too much information. Yeah, tell me about it. Yeah, well, honey, you better know this stuff because it will come in handy one day. So she may not want to watch my YouTube video, but already I looked at it last night and it's had some amazing comments from women. And one of the things that I talked about there was the use of specific probiotics, because I have been taking this probiotic. Now, I'm not just picking it up and showing it to you because it's purple, although obviously I'm super proud that I am so coordinated with everything. What else have I got here? We are just purple in the house today. But this is what I have genuinely bought for years. I just wanted to share it with you. It's a great probiotic brand called OptiBac, sold usually in pharmacists or chemists. And this is the one, it says for women, and it's purple. So if you're out there looking for it, or in fact, we have got a Liz Loves code, so it's much cheaper to buy it online. And this has 2 particular strains of bacteria in it, which have been shown to be helpful for the pelvic area. So if you're somebody who gets recurrent UTIs, cystitis, bladder infections, all of that, seriously think about taking this. This has got Lactobacillus reuteri, also very good for mental health and the brain, and Lactobacillus rhamnosus. And rhamnosus is the one that's really been shown to be incredibly helpful for treating the pelvic region, all sorts of things. And we still can't say take this bacteria strain because it's going to help migraine, or take this bacteria strain because it's going to help IBS specifically. But we're beginning to see general patterns and trends emerging from the researchers who are monitoring these kind of things. And certainly what I like about OptiBac as a company is they do huge amounts of research. And they have targeted supplements in probiotics for all sorts. Anyway, they have given us a Liz Loves code. It's not for very long because it's very generous. It's 20% off, okay? And it's only on this supplement. And it's only because I talked about it. Because I thought, when I was recording it, I thought, what can I say that would be helpful? Because obviously we know that estrogen is helpful and HRT is helpful. But, let's try and think of some other things as well that could be helpful. And so, I kind of looked in my own cupboards and thought, well, what do I take? What do I use? And this is absolutely something I do. So I spoke to... one of my team, and I said, look, can you just contact OptiBac and say, Liz is going to talk about this. Could we have a Liz Loves code? And they said yes. So it's only for this one, okay, on their website. And it is only until midnight on the 21st of December. Well, in fact, 11:59 on the 21st of December. So you've got about 10 days or so. Is that right? Something like that. And it gets you 20% off. So Liz Loves, all in capitals. I highly recommend it. I have actually just been on and used the code myself to stock up. because it's not something that I want to be without. And the other things that I talk about in the YouTube video are high strength garlic, which can combat E. coli, and also D-mannose. And I think I've mentioned D-mannose here before. It's a sugar, a natural tree sugar, and it is just great for periods of cystitis. And, you know, cystitis is caused by E. coli, and overgrowth of E. coli, which is becoming increasingly antibiotic resistant. So the problem is that GPs, you know, keep prescribing antibiotics after antibiotics. We become resistant. The bugs become resistant. It stops working, and we need to stop that cycle. So it's anyway, I've put out lots of helpful information. I hope that that is helpful for you. When I've got a moment, I know, Amy, I'm sorry, I haven't done this yet, honey. It is on my list. I am writing a piece for the website about it, and to include vaginal atrophy and vaginal dryness and cystitis and all of that stuff with links. But I'm sorry, Amy. I know I was supposed to have done it by now, and I just haven't. It's been a crazy time. But I will do it, and we will put that live on the website. But for meantime, if you want to just have a look at YouTube, and for those of you who listen to my podcast, that will be going live a little bit later today, talking about it with Diane Danzybrink, who I love, totally love Diane. I had her on the podcast probably about 2 years ago now. She created the Make Menopause Matter campaign, which campaigns for compulsory education in schools, for GPs, in the workplace, for support for women. She's just great. Okay, a couple of questions that have come in. Hi Liz, this is from Alison on Instagram. Just watched Monday's live on Catch Up. May I ask what brand of olive oil you would recommend to cook with? Do you know, I think any, to be really honest with you. If you're cooking it, I would use the cheaper one, which just says pure olive oil. You know, save the extra virgin olive oil, because that's the much more expensive one. Save that for drizzling cold over baked potatoes or your greens, your broccoli, your spinach, whatever, or making salad dressings, because that's when you really want the flavour. But olive oil, even regular standard olive oil, is going to be stable at temperatures. You can cook with it. So for me, I have 2 types of olive oil in my kitchen. I have my kind of premium stuff that I save for when I just want to apply it into soups or, you know, sauces or whatever. And then I've got, if I'm actually doing a little bit of frying, then I'll just use the slightly cheaper olive oil, but literally any. And don't forget my test. Do you remember my test so you can see how good your extra virgin olive oil is? So I'll remind you if you want to try this, because I'd be interested to see. So extra virgin olive oil is the first pressing of the olives. And the way that the fat is structured, it means that it solidifies it when it's cold. So it goes solid, which is why if you put extra virgin olive oil in the fridge, if it's a good quality one, the next day when you open your fridge door, you'll find that a large part of it has solidified. And that's how you tell the quality of your olive oil. And I had a number of people who did this. I think I first talked about it maybe at the beginning of the year. And they were outraged because they'd bought what they thought was extra virgin olive oil, put it in the fridge overnight, and came down, looked in the next morning, and it was still completely liquid. Well, that's not so good. So, so give it a little test and see how much of it is solid. So you don't have to keep it in the fridge, by the way. Just keep it cold. It doesn't like light. So buy it in a dark bottle. You know, a lot of these cheaper brands, they pack them in clear glass, which is a bit of a shame because it means that they don't get protected from the light. You know, you can buy it in tins, is probably the best of all, because that's really super protected from light, or dark glass bottles, or just keep it dark. You know, what you don't want to do is to have your olive oil in a clear glass bottle on a sunny windowsill in the kitchen, you know, year round, because that means that you will encourage rancidity much more quickly. So I'll just throw that out there. Right. High blood pressure, heart medications. My mother's watching. Will she be able to have what remedies? I wonder you're talking about here. I've sent her the remedies that you share. She takes tablets for blood pressure and heart medications. Will she be able to take this? She cannot take St. John's wort. I think, to be honest, that is a medical advice question. I think you need to check with your GP because I don't know what medication she's taking. It's a really good point, actually. Some herbal remedies do interfere with medication. Not HRT, because that's just hormones. We naturally have hormones in our body, so that you don't get impacted if you're on HRT. If you want to take any of the other remedies alongside that, that's usually completely fine. I think actually you're talking about the vaginal dryness issue that I was doing on YouTube, okay, because you say, I'm so grateful that you highlight this subject. I'm sure a lot of women just suffer in silence because they don't actually know there's something that can help. Okay, so if we're talking about that, then yes, I mean, I'm talking about here the probiotics, no issue, that's absolutely fine. I'm talking about garlic. Again, there's no issue with that because it's just a food. And the D-mannose, again, it's a food. It's a natural sugar from the birch tree. So, yeah, you're not going to have any contraindications. But do get her to check out with your doctor if she's at all worried. But hopefully that will be really helpful. Love to get feedback. Do take a look at that YouTube video, by the way. Leave me a little comment about it. I'll be checking back into YouTube a bit later today. So do let me know. Right. I think I've answered this one before. This was about the VSL3 sachets that come in the juice box. This is from Holly, says, do you use the VSL3 sachets regularly? I've been thinking about buying some more, but I'm not sure if it's something I should take all the time. So what I do, for what it's worth, is I take VSL3 for a week or so, for a week or 10 days, and then I might have a break, and then I might have the odd sachet here and there. So I tend, it's quite high strength, you know, it's a real powerful, good one. So it's really good if you've had a period of antibiotics, for example, or convalescence or stress, and you really want to help give your microbiome a bit of a boost. But I think once you've done that, you don't need to take it every single day. So I will take it, for example, if I'm traveling. So when I'm going to Kenya, I'm going to pack my VSL3 definitely with me, or any kind of change of season or change of circumstance, stress levels, that kind of thing. That's useful to do a little short course of it. Okay, so a couple of other things to mention. Oh my goodness, this is such a busy day. I've had comments about my earrings. These are the wild roses. So I have my fair trade wild rose collection. It's all 25% off at the moment with my little necklace. And in fact, I've just spotted on my dressing table. I'll show you, because like women and like a lot of other things, I like things that multitask and do more than one thing at a time. So those are my little roses. Aren't they cute? I love them. I mean, you've probably seen me wear them all the time, actually, because they just go with everything. And then I've got these little leaves. These are the little rose leaves, and they are botanically accurate. So they're not just sort of splodgy little leaves. They're real leaves. And they've got little dingle-dangles here. And so you can wear them like that if you want to kind of glam it up a bit. And there's also a little crystal drop you can get. I think that must be in my jewellery box. But yeah, so if you just want to have a little bit more, do you see how that's just give me a little bit more of an edge? So I shall do the other one. So you don't need a code, by the way. Just go to lizearlejewellery.com, and that is all the entire wild rose collection. So there's little bracelets, the little necklaces in the rose gold and the yellow gold and the ear studs, or you can buy the set with all the little drops, which I think is pretty fabulous. And they come in really pretty little black boxes with gold writing and a little card that tells you all about them from me. There you go. So that's those. Also, just to say, and this is a really flash sale. I probably shouldn't be talking about it right now, but I will anyway, just because it's us. It's going into the newsletter a little bit later on today, so you will see it. Or maybe you're watching this on catch up. Hopefully check your inbox for your newsletter. We have had some of these really lovely skin balms from Isla Apothecary. I've talked about these before. It's a really lovely female founder British brand. I have this beside my bed. I use this at night. I use this on my face, on my lips, on my cuticles, on my hands overnight while I'm wearing Lily's LED face mask. This is what goes onto my hands while I'm lying there under all the lovely red lights. I absolutely love it. And this is a freebie. I think it's worth about £12, and it's free with subscriptions for Earle Wellbeing magazine. So if you haven't got your subscription yet and you fancy a freebie, it's still discounted. So you still get, I think it's 6 issues for the price of 5. So you still get your free issue, you still get free UK postage and packing, and you also get one of these. How genius is that? So you can do a gift subscription. Now, I did check with the team to see when they were being posted out, because I know there have been real problems with the post recently, depending on what areas you're in. But the magazine will get sent out straight away. It has to be direct debit, And that takes a little while for the banks to set up. So, but we do send the magazine out straight away. And then the gift follows separately. So that comes in a separate little package, and that goes out at the beginning of January. Okay, so don't panic if you don't get your gift straight away. It will come, okay? I absolutely assure you that it will come. But we only have a few of those. So that's just a little kind of flash sale, and you're getting advance notice here because that's going in the newsletter. The other thing that I wanted to do a really nice shout out to, I know many of you who follow the Menopause Charity app will know all about the Balance Candle. This is handmade by a really lovely British candle maker and called Rebecca Tracy. And if you open it up, you can see it's got little rosebuds in the top. Let's see if I can do this delicately. Anyway, she has created this really deliciously scented candle, especially for the Balance app, which is the free app. You can download it free. It's from the App Store. It's the Balance app for menopause, which Dr. Louise Newson has created. Amazing community of women on that app. So much support wherever you are in the world. This is what I love about digital. I know lots of you are watching in Australia, in America, in Kenya, in Italy, in Japan, wherever. Belgium and Luxembourg and all over, France, Spain. Sorry if I'm missing anybody here. And it doesn't really matter where you are. If it's online, you can access it. You can access me through digital. You can download my e-guides. You can get e-copies of the magazine, and you can get all your apps. And one of the great apps, I think, for all women is the Balance app. Again, it's free. And this is the Balance candle. It's 100% natural botanical candle. And if I just take the lid off, I'm sorry you won't be able to smell it, but I can hopefully try and describe the scent to you. So it's handcrafted by Rebecca Tracy. And it's geranium, juniper berry, lavender and lemon. So all those lovely kind of balancing. Oh, that smell is good. You know what? That is really interesting smell. It's not like anything else. You know how sometimes you get candles and things and you think, yeah, that's nice, but I've smelt that many times before. This is quite different. It smells warm and soft, which I guess is what we all want at this time of year. Warm, soft, uplifting, I would say. Really lovely. And actually, Rebecca's put a little note in it, and she says, did you know that you can use the melted wax head to toe as a moisturiser for a massage? No, I did not know that. Pure vitamin E hydrates the skin. Simply rub it into your temples for mental stimulation or relaxation, or all over the body as a lovely moisturiser, or the soles of your feet for the ultimate salubrious indulgence. Isn't that great? Well done, Rebecca. Wish you lots and lots of luck with that. And proceeds from this are going to the Menopause Charity. So it's a win-win-win, isn't it, for everybody? Love that. Really love it. Now, let me just check, make sure I haven't forgotten anything. Okay, this is just a couple of questions here. One here from Instagram. Would love to know which makeup you use and any cream for your neck. Oh, okay. So the makeup that I've got on today is almost exclusively Beauty Pie. I've used this new thing. You'll see it on my YouTube tutorial tomorrow. It's the All-in-Wonder Illuminating Primer, which is why my skin is so glowy. So if you are not yet a member of Beauty Pie, head over after this. Use your Liz Loves, because that'll get you your free month, so don't miss out on that. But yeah, I'm really impressed with it. So yeah, virtually everything I've got, eyeshadow, everything is all Beauty Pie today. Neck cream. I am using, actually, a new cream for me, and it's the Ven Effect. You may have heard me do the podcast with the consultant obstetrician and gynecologist, Rebecca Booth. And she and her sister, who is a beauty specialist, created this range of products for older women using estrogen in special forms, phytoestrogens that work with the epidermal estrogen receptors that sit on the surface of the skin. So obviously if you are taking HRT and you're replacing estrogen, you're getting it internally, so you're helping to support collagen and elastin fibers inside. But we also have a significant number of estrogen receptors on the surface of our skin, on the epidermis, which is something I did not know until I spoke to Rebecca. And so, yeah, so they have a really lovely neck cream, because she was saying that the estrogen receptors are slightly different on the face to the neck, which is why they have a different neck and face cream. Because, you know, up until now, I'd always thought, you know, neck and throat cream, isn't that just a bit of, you know, a way of trying to get us to buy two things when we only need one? But actually looking at the physiology behind it, I was quite impressed. And so she sent me some of the neck cream to try, and I do genuinely like it. So just to say, there are still a few of the luminosity duos. So this was, if you wanted to grab it, not sure how many there are left, but there are just a few. It's quite pricey, but I think when it comes from America, the luminosity duo, which is the serum and the moisturizer, they call it anti-aging moisturizer. It comes in this lovely snakeskin bag. I just love the bag, I have to say. It doesn't say that on the website, but it does come with the bag. You go to the website in America, I think it's veneffect.com. It's all in dollars. It's about $350, and it's, you know, it's not the easiest site to navigate, I have to say. But head to the Luminosity Duo, type it in, and use Liz Loves, and I think it takes it down. It's about £160, £180, something like that. But it comes from the UK. That particular duo they've got in the UK just for us. So you don't pay postage and packing. There's no international shipping. There's no extra duty, and you get the free bag. Okay, but I'm just sorry it's not particularly well signposted, but hopefully anybody who's interested can find it. We've also put links, by the way, so thank you, Amy. I know that you have popped a link up on Facebook and on Instagram. You know the drill. You need to go to my bio, you need to click the little blue Linktree link, and then all these different links will come up. So, wow, Liz's skin is amazing. Just look at the neck. Mine like an old turkey. Well, I don't know about that. I mean, one of the things that I have been doing, you know, for a long time is making sure that my skincare doesn't stop at the chin. You know, really, you kind of need to take it right down to the waist, you know, or certainly down to the bust line, because, you know, here, and when you think about our exposure to daily pollution and sun, you know, from the angle, particularly here, you know, that's where the UV rays are hitting the skin. And it's really important that we keep this area done. And also, I have to say, using the cell return mask, Lily's LED mask, is remarkable. And what I love about that particular mask is it comes right down to here. So when you switch it on, it does the whole thing. Now, just to say, her big discount on that has passed, but she has still kept up the Liz Loves. So I think there is a slightly less discount, but if you missed it and you're really keen to get it, maybe, Amy, you can pop the link up to Cell Return, which is CELL, like skin cells, cellreturn.uk. Or cellreturnuk.com is the actual website. But if you use Liz Loves, you do still get your 10% off. And I know Lily and I will talk about that some more in the spring, because it's just the most remarkable piece of kit, and I know a lot of you have already. I love that. Val says she's going to have to take it right down to the knees. Yeah, okay, why not? Let's just bathe in everything, frankly. I mean, in fact, of Lily's mask, what would be amazing if she created that kind of whole body thing. You know, you just had a chamber that you stood in for 20 minutes like this. You came out looking about 15. That would be the thing, wouldn't it? Maybe one day we'll just have, you know, some sort of special zapper that just zaps every bit of us inside and out. This is from Helen on Insta. Your makeup looks lovely. What foundation do you use? Oh, well, I've just answered that, Helen. I hope you heard. Head over. It hasn't gone live yet. It'll be on YouTube a little bit later. Probably tomorrow, actually, that makeup video. But yeah, I talk through it. It's about 20 minutes. I go through step by step exactly what I'm using. You can also, if you want to, go to lizearlewellbeing.com, and if you just click on Liz Loves, all my makeup bits come up there, so you can find them. Have a good old snoop around, maybe this weekend, listen to some podcasts, read some features, you know, have a look at different bits and pieces that are going on, lots of recipes. Let me know if you try anything. Don't forget to tag me, leave a comment for me. You can leave comments on YouTube, you can leave comments on Facebook, and of course you can leave comments here on Instagram. That is about it. I hope that you have enjoyed today. Thank you for all the hearts. Devon Crater, she's starting the gin now. Yeah, well, you know, is the sun over the yard arm? Not quite yet. That's naval expression. I think that doesn't happen till a little bit later, but it's certainly, I can see looking out of my bedroom window, the sun here in the West Country is definitely on the downward slope. So yeah, I think I might be joining you. Thank you very much, Heather. Thank you, Val. Thanks, Karen. Thank you, Sue. Lovely to see you all. I will be back here live on Monday. I've got some great treats in the run up to Christmas. It's going to be a really fun one, but I'll be posting all over the weekend. So do check out the channels and leave me comments. Keep me company there as well. Have a lovely weekend. Sending lots of love. Bye.